looks like we're recording Taxi Vlog 229. It is the 13th of November. Oh, fuck. Not this shit again. Better. Alright. Taxi Vlog 229, take 2. This is not the same car I usually drive. The same car that I usually drive is in the shop right now because somebody accidented it a week and a half ago, Saturday, day shift. I come to work and the car is damaged, so the first thing I do is I call the owner and I say, hey, the car's damaged. And he says, yes, I know, I was in attendance when it happened. And I thought, good, okay. And I had a couple problems. Last week I had a flat tire. I don't know if the flat tire was because of the accident, but it was on the same corner of the car. And so I replaced the tire and I got back on the road. It only took about 15 minutes, but it's annoying. So now I'm in another lost and found be returned. Yes, I know, okay. So, of course, everything is not where I usually keep it in here, as this is not my usual car. The mirrors are not in the correct position. And it's going to take me reaching around and searching to find things, which, of course, the car I usually drive is a Prius, just like this one, but it's a different year, and, of course, different drivers arrange things differently. Like, I don't know what this is all is. It's some kind of a organizer on the what do you call it, sun visor thing. But what do you need a sun visor for when you're night shift, especially this time of year? You never see the sun. Not only because it is dark when you come to work and dark when you go home. In this town it's usually always rainy this time of year, and so on. So where was I going? Yeah, Friday night I came out, couldn't do anything right. I kept getting these short fares and with gaps in between, so I got to read about 60 or 70 pages out of 60 days and counting, the book I'm still reading, and I have but 100 pages to go of this 550 page book. I don't know if I'll get any reading done tonight. I didn't read last night because I was watching some YouTube and I got sidetracked, and I ended up getting onto this 3-hour-long lecture about things on the moon that appeared to be put there by some aliens or something. So that was so entertaining that I kept falling asleep. So I watch a little bit of it and I fall asleep, and then I get a call as soon as I'm asleep, and I do the call and I come back to where I get Wi-Fi. 7th and 68? You have got to be joking. I'll get to that in a moment. 7th and 68. Leute Wert. This is going to be fun. I bet you there's other drivers parked in that little parking lot where I usually go to in the evening. So it should be entertaining to hear their stories. Where was I? I was on Friday night, yes, where I couldn't do anything right, and I didn't get any really good fares, or I didn't get many good fares, and a lot of the people were disgusting. Like, for example, I was dropping someone off, and then I get this woman who calls, waves across the street for a taxi. She's got a cane, so I feel a little sorry for her, and I pick her up. She wants to go into Esquimalt. This was when I was dropping off downtown, right? And she gets in, and she wants to go to the cabaret. So I go, do you mean you want to go to the Carlton Club? She says, yes, the Carlton Club. And as we're on our way there, she says, well, I really want to go to the Cambie. I say, well, I can take you to the Cambie, no problem. But there's one problem that I do have. My Interac machine is not working because it wasn't. You know, I tried to use it and it was not working. And if you plugged it in, it wouldn't charge up. And so I called the dispatcher, who said that particular machine that you have on loan, which is, it's not the regular machine for the car, but it's one that we had on loan from the office. And it doesn't work and won't charge up if the battery gets below a certain point. It won't charge up with a car charger. So because I didn't have the proper cradle for charging that Interac machine, I had to take it back to the office and get another one. In fact, that's what I was going to do when this woman hailed me. So anyway, I say, look, I can drop by a bank machine, but I cannot do Interac. If you do not have cash, you know. And she says, well, okay, we'll stop by a bank machine. We went to a store, the convenience store, and the teller, or the person working at the convenience store, told her that we do not have any money left in the bank machine in the convenience store. So we ended up going to a proper bank, where the proper bank swallowed her card, and she couldn't pay for the taxi. So she said, give me your card, I'll call you tomorrow. What time do you wake up in the morning? I said, look, I do not wake up in the morning. I wake up in the afternoon. Forget about it. Because, of course, I will waste more time getting back to her to get my lousy $10 where I could be doing something else and actually making some money instead of wasting time on her. So I said, no, that's okay. Just forget about it. I don't want the responsibility. It's a now business. Pay me now. It's not tomorrow. Pay me now. So that worked out. I got rid of her, and I got my other machine, and I had a lot of Interac that night, and thankfully I had a machine that actually worked. Otherwise I would have had to go to bank machines many times and waste a lot of time and make even less money than I made. And I didn't make that much, really. For the time I was out here for 10 hours. I didn't make enough. So I even had one deal where I was sent to the McDonald's, and it was the guy with the walker and the bad leg, and he was only going like 3 or 4 blocks to where he lives, but it was raining and the weather was cold, and so he didn't want to walk in it. And of course, you know, it's $5.40, and if he gives you $5.65, you've done well. That's how it was. And of course you have to get the walker in and you have to take the basket off it. It's not worth the $5, really. But anyway, I did it as cheerfully as I could. And I just, you know, I didn't connect. Friday was really a big disappointment. So then I came out for Saturday, and Saturday was like the opposite. I connected, I got long fares, it went very smooth, it went very good, all the people were pleasant, I made good money, and in the end, in the morning, I got a call. The call went to the airport, and it was great. It was a very, very good night. Even at one point I was dropping off downtown, and one of the owners came up next to me in a cab, and he was dropping people off, double parking me, thank you very much, so I couldn't get the fuck out of there. So he cornered me, and he said, it's a bit slow, isn't it? I said, no, I'm doing well. Which I was doing well. I never worked downtown. And I was getting a lot of suburban calls, a lot of residential calls, so I was very good. Saturday, I was happy. I was jubilant and triumphant. It was good night. Sunday night, it started slow, but it picked up and it gained momentum, and I had a couple of longer ones in there, and then it was steady. It was steady. And even though I did get to watch what little was on YouTube on my subscriptions on all 4 of my channels, I did very well on Sunday. In fact, the Sunday was better than the Friday, and wasn't 1/10 of the aggravation. At the end, again, I had a run to the airport. That's 2 in a row. Last night I came out and thought, oh, there's a cop sitting in the middle of the road. Let's just turn that light off so that we don't get his attention. Do I have my top light on? Yes, I do. Okay, unless they put the switches on upside down in this car. Like I said, this is not my usual ride. This is car 55 instead of car 61. And update and lights. Am I still 7th? I'm 5th now. I jumped up 2 positions in the time I was talking to you. And that's good. That's very good. So, last night I wasn't expecting much, but I did mention already that I was watching this 3-hour-long lecture about alien artifacts on Mars and on the Moon. And it sounds like a big conspiracy theory, and sounds like a big cover-up. And you know, maybe it is a big cover-up. I haven't really got enough information to conclude anything. It's the same way I feel about God. I don't have enough information to draw any solid conclusions about what there is. So anyway, every time I was falling asleep watching this thing, I would get a call and go pick up somebody and then take them where they were going, and then I would get back to some Wi-Fi and I would turn the thing on again, and of course, you know, it was entertaining and interesting and fascinating, but I was tired, so I fell asleep again. And then I would get another call, and typically it would be a $10 or $12 fare, which was okay. I was racking those up, and it was mediocre kind of night until at 4 o'clock I got a call. The call was 2 blocks away from where I was sitting, and these people went to the airport 3 mornings in a row. I try for 4, but I'm not one who wants to push his luck excessively. Anyway, I'm in a different car from the one I usually drive. I am, because now the one I usually drive is getting its nose fixed and repaired, because, like I said, day shift crunched it. And so tonight I'm just going to try and get through the night, try and make a little profit, and hope yours is better than mine. And thank you very much. Well, it's the end of the shift now, and I'm fueling up, and as predicted, I didn't make a lot. I think I'll take home about $40. That's it for the Tuesday night.